Hi there, how's it going? Welcome to Enhancing the Human Experience. In this episode of the podcast, I'm going to read the Human Beings Manifesto, and that is a very short one-page document that is available free at justbeitbook.com, and I created this little document, it's very short, to kind of encapsulate the core message and concepts that you'll find in the book and the additional exercises. You can download it free in a PDF or JPEG there on the website justbeitbook.com. But I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to talk about why I wrote it and how it can help you if you incorporate it into your daily personal development and renewing of the mind practices. So we'll get to that in a moment. But before we do that, I want to remind you that if you haven't downloaded 21 Ways to Radically Enhance the Human Experience from my website, you can do that by going to gmarkphillips.com. And there'll be links in the show notes beneath this post, etc., for signing up. Basically, when you sign up to my email newsletter, which is really just pushing out blogs and podcasts and products when I create them that I feel will be really valuable and helpful to you on your journey, you will get this 21 Ways to Radically Enhance the Human Experience. It's approximately 10 pages, the first of which is a poster style page that you can hang up on your wall, again, in your personal development journal or binder that you use. And these are really the kind of the best of the best ideas and concepts that I've discovered on my journey for radically enhancing the human experience. I've been working on it for a number of months now, and it just went live last week. So I'm really excited about that. Additionally, I'm working on a free course that will go along with that. That's in the works, right? I've got a lot of other projects that I'm kind of trying to wrap up as well, but that free course is also on the docket. So you can pick that up at gmarkphillips.com. All right, so let's get into the Human Beings Manifesto. Excuse me. So I'm going to read it, and then we'll talk about it. But before I do that, I want to refresh your memory on what a manifesto is. A manifesto is a written statement declaring publicly the intentions, motives, or views of its issuer. So that is a manifesto. Here is the Human Beings Manifesto. I am a human being. I am not a human has-been or a human will be. I am not defined by my past or confined by my future. It is in this moment that I exist. It is in this moment that I am. Unlike all of the other creatures on earth, I alone have the divine ability to consciously create myself at the level of thought using my imagination. This is the gift God gave mankind alone. I do not take this gift for granted, nor do I use it haphazardly, for I know that what I am comes to me. The experiences I have in life always flow from my conditioned state of being. To have something I've never had, I'll have to be something I've never been. This is the challenge that lies before me. I rise to this challenge today and every day hereafter. I vow to just be it. I am a human being, and this is my manifesto. The end. So that's the Human Beings Manifesto. So I wrote it to take all of the key concepts, the fact that human beings are special and divine, the fact that we alone have the ability to consciously develop ourselves, to consciously make a decision of what qualities, characteristics, and attributes we want to embody. Excuse me. And then move forward, because when at the very end of the day, we are a collection of ideas. Each of us is a collection of ideas. And the reason that people have vastly different experiences and different lots in life is because their collection of ideas is different from everyone else's. This is what makes everyone really unique. And in order to grow and develop, we have to change our idea. We have to change our self-concept. This is the same type of principle that Maxwell Maltz talked about and a lot of others, talking about self-image and self-concept being the foundation and really the control room for our lives, quite frankly. And that's why I wrote the book about it and have written a children's book about it. And it's kind of the core foundation of my work, really, because I found it to be so important and everything springs from that. And I like to say that everything flows from your conditioned state of being. It's really very powerful. And if you've done any, work in personal development, or if you've read some of those characters' books like the Maxwell Maltz and Neville Goddard, and lots of other people talk about this, you probably ran across this concept yourself. State of being is synonymous with state of consciousness, or your mindset, or your state of how you perceive yourself, your self-concept, your self-image. All of those things are really talking about the same idea, and that is that you yourself are a collection of ideas. And to change your state of being, you just adopt and bring in and embody different ideas. It's very, very powerful. It's a lifelong practice. I've talked about this before in other podcasts, that just because I wrote a book about it and talk about it does not mean I'm an expert. I'm not. I think it's a lifelong practice. And I don't know that any human being ever becomes a master and an expert at this, because there's infinite places we can go, and there's infinite degrees of personal development we can all attain. So don't think that, you'll get it and your life will be perfect, because there'll be another plateau, just like any type of growth or expansion human beings do, whether it's physically or mentally. There's always new plateaus and new challenges to arrive to and to conquer. So that's kind of the idea behind it. But we've also got in here the idea that everything flows from your conditioned state of consciousness. And it really is the reason that I kind of put in this Human Beings Manifesto that we have to rise to the challenge every day, because we do. Every day, that's one of my favorite quotes, every day is a new life to a wise man or woman. And we have to renew our minds every day, because it's almost like what has come before isn't really relevant. It all adds up to our success, but every day we have to renew our body. We've got to exercise. Excuse me, I've got a little getting a little stuffy in the head here because of the change of seasons. But back to what I was saying, every day we have to exercise our body, renew our body. We have to eat food, again, renewing our body. And in conjunction with that, we have to renew our minds, because when we go to sleep, our mind goes to the astral plane, wherever it goes, and connects with the subconscious, and it kind of leaves our body, so to speak. Our consciousness kind of goes offline. We have to renew it again. We have to remind ourselves who we are, and which is who we want to be. And that's the whole process of aligning ourselves with the experiences we want to have. We have a fresh start every day. This is the beauty of being human, is that we don't have to repeat the same situations and experiences we have been doing. We can choose to be new every day and renew our body, renew our mind, and thus align ourselves with the experiences we want to have. So that's the gift, right? And we have to do it on a continual basis. So really, I intended this is something that I think about during my morning ritual, personal development rituals, when I'm doing my affirmations, when I'm really trying to get into the embodiment of the person that I need to be in order to create the experience I want to have. I do it in conjunction with my meditation, my visualization, and my feeling, cultivating the feeling of the experiences I want to have. And I also think about this state of being, because it's all connected here. These are all tools that feed into your personal development rituals and training to help you become the person that can attract the experiences you want to have in life. So I do it in the morning, maybe sometimes in the evening as well. That's the Human Beings Manifesto, and that's kind of why it's important and why I wrote it, just to give you a tool that's totally free that you can incorporate with your practice. If you'd like to learn more about the process, you can purchase the book. It's available in Kindle format or as a PDF download, and you can find that information on the website, justbeitbook.com. I'm also working on, this is down the list a little ways here, but I'm also working on a course about this, which I think will be really powerful, because sometimes it's easier to watch a course via video or audio than actually read it. And I'm going to dive into some of the concepts and share some of the things that I do in my own personal practice about incorporating this state of being practice into my own routine. And I'll talk about ways that you can incorporate that into your life in that course. So I'm excited about that. But I've got a few other projects that I need to get finished before I do that. Let's see what else here. In a very real sense, whatever you want to be, whatever your goal in life is, everyone has different goals and aspirations. There will come a point in time where you will have to take the leap from who you are or who you've defined yourself as now, which is usually subconscious or usually unconsciously done. You'll have to take a leap from where you are now and who you are to being that person. And it can happen in an instance. You'll notice the shift in your body and your energetic field when you do it. And it will take practice, because the groove, I like to look at the way we've defined ourselves and our personal development, the development of our consciousness that's happened since we were born, as being a deep groove that has cut into our psyche. And it causes us to act in certain ways, to say certain things, to be a certain way. And in order to rise out of that groove and have other experiences happen to you, you have to cut a new groove and completely erase that groove, because otherwise you're going to attract the same experiences because you're being the same person. So what I want to make a point of saying is that there will come a time when you will have to make a conscious decision of, I am now going to let go of who I was, and I'm going to embrace who I will be, who I might be. Lao Tzu talked about this, and one of his quotes is in the book. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. And all of us have to do that at some point in time. And usually in a person's life, it's not just one time. As life is a flow, right? There are many times, and we really have to do it at every moment of every day, letting go of who we are and embracing who we might be. This is the dynamic of personal development and personal growth, letting go and embracing. That's why we have goals. That's why we do our affirmations. That's why we're trying to become better people. The ultimate goal is to have better experiences. We don't, personal development is just the means to an end. Yeah, it's great to polish the soul, to develop ourselves, to work, but if there was no reason to do it, most people wouldn't do it, because we really want that end payoff, the better experiences, better relationships, more connection, being more valuable in the world, being healthier, being more focused. Those are the payoffs from personal development, being able to contribute more. So personal development is the means. The end is better experiences. So I just want to, challenge you to think, how am I holding on to my old story, my old state of being, and how is it hindering me from achieving and realizing my new goals? Because you can apply this to whatever goal you have, whether it's fitness, whether it's better relationships, making more money, whatever goal is on your vision board or your goal list, you can attain it by being that person, and only you know how you need to be and the idea you need to embody in order to be that person. So that's why it's so important. So I'm going to wrap it up here, and then we'll let you get back to your life there. So the last thing I want to say is, like I said, you can check out the book, get more information, find the simple three-part practice for incorporating this into your daily routine. Also, there are a couple of videos. One of them, I teach you how to make a being board. The other video is more in depth about the concepts I present in the book. So those are free downloads in addition to the book. Also, you'll get a free MP3. All of this for the same price. Excuse me. All of this for the same price of the book. These are free downloads that I wanted to add a bunch of value and additional content to help you understand and share this message with you, because I feel it's really powerful. So that's all available in the book. If you're interested in one-on-one consulting about this, you can certainly reach out to me via my website or any social media channel, and I can do that via Skype or phone and help you get past blocks or share this information with you to incorporate with your personal development routine and your goals. So I'm really excited about that aspect as well. So just reach out to me if that's something you're interested in. All right, that's the show. We'll wrap it up there. And until next time, all the best, health, wealth, and success. Bye-bye.